Well, hello and good morning. I am Dean, the Turkey Legster, and I am live here out near the coast, not on the coast, but near the coast of Florida, Florida's east coast, and I'm going to be strolling, and I'm over here by the sign. I'm actually in the parking lot of this little place, and let me show you where I'm at. So I'm in here at the Seminole Rest Trail. The Seminole Rest Trail, part of Canaveral National Seashore, and the site of an ancient 13-foot high Timucua shell mound known as Snyder's Mound. The Timucua Indians occupied this site at various times from 2000 BC to 1565 BCE. I'm not sure where that is. That might be the same as AD. Anyway, the mound, which lies on the shore of Mosquito Lagoon, was a large quahog clam processing center. Centuries of shells and other items left in the mound tell the story. A leisurely stroll along the approximately half-mile loop trail will introduce you to the Timucua. Please stay on the trail. Canaveral National Seashore requests that visitors keep off the mound in respect for the Timucua who once lived on this sacred land. So this is where I'm at. Here's a little map. I'm not trying to tell if it's showing. There we go. I can see. Jason, good morning. Dave Stragan, good morning. Anyway, so we are... Let me find it. Hold on, let me find it. Seminole Rest is right here. Right there. So the it's really near the Space Center is down there. And yeah, so it is getting really warm, and one reason I decided to come here is because it is a short walk. It is a little bit of a loop to go around, but it's right on the intercoastal or the intracoastal waterway. Here there is a shaded section, and thought I'd bring you along on the little stroll. And this is part one of what I'm calling Dean's Summer Adventure. And so it is a loop. It is a half-mile loop, and I am so stinking happy to be here. There's some flying things trying to attack me, but here we go. Here is the water. There's a little beach down here. Oh. Very quiet. I see some little guys running around. I think they're little, like, crabs. I keep seeing a lot of them. There was like a bunch of them going around. There's one right there. They've got the little homes, their little holes in the ground. Neat. I'll keep my eye out, see if any of them pop up again. But here's the water. Here we go. there's the view here. So this is just a little beach area right here. Really beautiful. And it kind of evaporated and I couldn't find it later. But I know I was live. Anyway, that was a few months ago. And I decided I needed to come back and try to do it for real. So, anyway, looking to see if these little guys are around. They were like little crabs, or I'm not sure exactly. They were just kind of running around, and then they must be camera shy. But anyway, I'm gonna stroll around and show you what's here, and I don't want to be out too long. It's getting hot, and there's actually a heat advisory for Florida, which is why I'm coming here first, because the second location that I'm going to, and I am going to be streaming around 11:30, so when I'll be live for that stream. Here's the flag. You can see the flag really well from the parking lot. They got a flag over there. So this is around the Canaveral National Seashore. But like I said, this is the intercoastal waterway. Oh, there is shade here. So going out that way is where the ocean would be. And I absolutely love. I went here, like I said, I was here once before. And it's a little bit of a drive, so I wouldn't be here very much. But it is definitely somewhere if I wanted to make a drive and, walk around somewhere sometime. This is definitely a decent option. You can definitely smell the salt air. And this is not a long path. It's a half a mile around. So this is going to be kind of a short, maybe a stroll around, but we are going to stop and check out some views. I know there's a dock over here that you can walk out on. So anyway, yeah, welcome in, guys, to the stream. Hope you're having a great Friday, a great summer. Doing really well. I'm doing better now. Had some health issues. Some of July. I'm kind of good. I was able to get down to Disney earlier this week. I did stream from Epcot on Wednesday. There is the water. It is really bright here. I think I see Monarch Miracles. Good morning. Happy Friday. Another view out on the water there. So this is a house here. I don't think there's anything inside there. I don't remember. I'll have to go up and check. There's a sign up there. Or this might have been a, actually there's a sign. This is about preserving the mound. Give some history there. In 1911, Mr. and Mrs. Wesley H. Snyder purchased this house and the surrounding land. They named their home site Seminole Rest after the Seminole Indians. Their purchase saved the story of an even earlier culture, the Timucuan Indians. So yes, this was the Snyder's house. Julie McCowan, good morning. Love Pugs, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. So that was the Snyder house there. And I don't remember if the mound, the Indian mound, is actually here. I did the full loop last time I was here, but I don't remember. So we'll keep a lookout. I'm sure it's here to see. And I actually did not go out on the dock last time, so we're going to do that, or the pier, as there were several people out there before. And so we'll take a stroll out, look at the water. The water. Bringing out my New England accent. The water. We're going to look out on the water. Really quickly, because it is full-blown sun here and it's getting hot. So it is a National Park Service. Drones are prohibited. Okay, I don't have any drones. Just me and a gimbal. And it says it's part of the Canaveral National Seashore. So I'm just gonna probably come out this far, I think. So there's some other docks over there. And great view. Some houses there, buildings, and like I said earlier, that out that way is where the ocean is, the Atlantic, and then out there, the intercoastal waterway for you. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. It's getting warm. Sure is getting warm. If I had been with it about an hour earlier, I could have gone here a little earlier. There's a nice breeze going, though. I actually don't know if you can hear any wind noise. But they've got some pretty hibiscus over here. Pretty hibiscus right there on the house. We're gonna head up here and no one else here. There looks to be some kind of a official vehicle here. I don't think it's police. It says U.S. government. Huh? So it's probably the parks, U.S. parks, national parks. I'm not going to show it on the stream. Yep, it says U.S. government. Because it is the Canaveral National Seashore. So there is a more shaded section over here on the loop, and I will be able to see chat, so I can't tell if anyone's saying anything. But thank you all for being here. I literally this morning decided for sure that I was wanted to do this today. Look at that. There's a nice view out of on the water. Looking out there. So that's where we just came, on there, on the along the pathway. Just a little wind. Okay, thank you, Dave. Yeah, there's whatever wind there is should go away when we head into the trees. We won't actually go onto the porch, I think, here. Last time I came here, I remember the porch was a little creaky and seemed a little, I don't know what you call it, unstable. And so me being a big guy, decided not to bother it. But again, that is the Snyder house, the Snyders, who bought this property back in the 1900s. And I think they made a really good purchase. Don't know about you. Imagine waking up to this view. Alright, I'm going to keep going. So guys, stay tuned to the channel. Again, this is part 1 of my summer adventure. Taking me out towards the east coast of Florida. And this is my first stop today. And then I have a second stop that I'll be going to, heading up after I leave here. That part may be a little longer than this one. I'll be going to a location that I have been to before and I have streamed. The Dunlawton Sugar Mill. That's got history also. There's a lot of nice places that are now like parks you can walk around that are history. I've got a sign here. Mounds of evidence. Several mounds exist here at Seminole Rest. Snyder's Mound, the largest mound, is not one mass of shells. But in some areas, 17 different layers deposited over time. In an effort to find clues to the Timucuans, archaeologists are interpreting the layers. So we're looking for mounds. This might be a mound right here, actually. Kind of overgrown with... So I don't know if that's actually it. I have a feeling it might look a little different. So, but not sure. But I need to continue because I know there's shade here. Yes. There we are. So now is the shady section. And we're going to head around here. Just do this little loop and we'll head back around to the water. There we are. Oh, still a breeze, which is good in the shade, actually. Which is really good. So, here, there's a little, some water here. I don't know what you would call it. Kind of a marsh or something. And then this goes back over here. I keep my eyes out over to the water because it is Florida. So over here it's just kind of trees and we'll go back to that little beach to see if the little crab things are still running around over there. Alright, here we are. We're coming out of the more shady area out to the full sun. So, and we'll just head up over here. I'm going to sign off, go back to my air-conditioned vehicle. Part 2, where I'm going for part 2, is much more shaded. So that'll be a little nicer. But we are going to be a little later into the day. So that may not be a terribly long stream either. Other than that, I don't have any other streams planned for the near future. In case you do miss part 2, I do want to say, though, I am toying with getting back to Disney next week. And I'm not sure which park I'll be getting to, but I had some fun yesterday creating some thumbnails. So I have a thumbnail for each of the 4 parks. And so stay tuned. But let's come out here on the water, and I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Thanks for hanging out for this little stroll around. And again, stay tuned to the channel. Around 11:30, I'm going to be going live again. That stream is set up. So out here on the intercoastal, in the Canaveral National Seashore. Very beautiful and peaceful, guys. I'm going to let you enjoy this view for a few minutes, but thank you so much for joining. Have a gobbletastic day. Stay tuned to the channel, again, around 11:30, maybe earlier, maybe later. I will be live again today. So, take care, guys.